are just models of it.
It's a model, yeah. This one was made in US. So they did small models, but it's supposed to be bigger than every tower, and it's made of glass. And
Of
they're
glass.
spinning inside very slowly, so with passing years it will be spinning around. I think you told me some
It
some
was
people
supposed to be
know.
400 meters,
Yeah.
and at that time it was supposed to be, I think, the largest structure
In the
ever
world.
made. And these structures inside, you can't really see them very well, but they are square, circle, yeah, something else, and triangle, and they were supposed to move.
To rotate
yeah.
the whole thing around.
No, not the whole thing, but the objects. Whereas, the plan was that they would be moving inside the structure, which would be stable.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? And,
You
and
mean
it was
this one
supposed
here?
to stay near the Neva River.
Here.
Yeah.
Inside.
Yeah. And I think I even have photo.
So basically now there exists a group of architects who actually planning to make it. Or some, yeah?
They were trying to somehow recreate it, reconstruct it, the British architects, and they built it in another area near the South Bank, near the National Theatre. I think I have photos of this structure, so I can show you. If I can remember them.
So basically I think it's the only thing I like about the campaign. They made such a, like the same idea with Barrington. It was really ambitious, and if it was created, it would be totally different kind. And it's better. So after that, I started to look into like structures that actually make your head spin. Wow, it's not sure.
Into form.
Yeah. So this is Escher, and his drawings of different dimensions. So basically, it's like a form that doesn't exist except in a drawing. But with optical illusion, you can see like actual space. So I didn't decide on the architect. I decided to push those painter. He was doing
Oh, so this is, I just showed maybe the picture of this. These are these British architects who are recreating it in this National Theatre building. It's very same color, like it was in the smaller scale, of course. And very medals.
So it's really based on what they proposed, yeah?
Yes, because there was a kind of mystery behind it, because he put some drawings, but they weren't saying exactly.
Is this Anish Kapoor?
No, this is
it was ideal for material that they will use.
It's very similar to one of his
So
work.
they want to build it on Savan.
this is yes, this is this is Russian St. Petersburg.
Yeah.
And this is just a collage because it never was built actually. But they put this, that's how they imagined that. And this is how this structure would look like today.
If they build it at
Yeah.
that
But they really didn't build anything like that. They
What's
just
the name?
made some Tetris tower. And they just made some models and some, they tried to create it in the South Bank in the smaller scale. And this tower actually inspired many people because nowadays even some architects are trying to somehow guess, because there was a kind of mystery behind it, because he didn't really put exactly the measurements, and they were trying now using the computer programs to recreate it exactly the way it should be.
Right.
So there's some
So there is a mystery.
was the measurements and how it should be somehow, yeah.
Correct way, yeah?
Yeah, and this you can see, I think you can still see it in the Royal Academy of the Arts, because this is the whole exhibition about that.
we still have.
I think so, yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
So, well, the thing about his name is Maurice Cornelis Escher. He was graphic. Yeah, he's graphic designer, but he started with not architecture, interior design and decorative arts when he was studying in a college. So, and then he said like, it's not really for me. He started with decorative arts and painting. So from landscapes across Europe, he studied the mass mathematics and architecture itself, and they created those images because he didn't really think about mathematic theories when he was drawing. But now all the scientists are really inspired by him.
Why are you looking at his work? Is it
Because I will show you a movie. You cannot see this picture, but basically it's like few dimensions in one space, and you can go up and down and upside down in whatever space you want. So for example, this one, it's called waterfall, and when you see like the point is coming up, but it's coming down in the same place as well. So how to create this point? So, and this is a Möbius strip. It's basically this one. So it's a strip that have only one surface, and if you drop the water, it will go into endless loop. So if you drop the water, yeah. So you see, it's always spinning on the same surface, so it never stops. Like endless loop.
If you really drink, you can see that like for hours.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
how do you know?
So basically, this one was recreation in a 3D model of his drawing of relativity. I think it's like paperwork or Polish or 3D mass.
But like in reality, it can't be this way. So like, why you wanna look at like is it
Because it's
illusion?
imaginary. Yes, it's illusion. And when I was in the Barbican, you somehow see the place, but you can't get there.
Yeah.
So it's like a labyrinth almost. And only to break through this, you need to break the optional illusion.
Okay.
For example, this movie, it shows like small traveling, I don't know how to. So basically this man, he gets trapped into this endless staircase that only going down,
Right.
going up. And basically later on, he's trying to escape it. He's trying to escape through the rope by going, you see,
Right.
down and up, some dimensions.
Have you seen what was the artist that Miles working? The comedian that who's doing
Is it on your blog?
there's this sorry?
On your blog? Maybe.
No.
No.
Is it?
But if we ask,
There's this actor, and a filmmaker was working like 80s, maybe 70s, doing this kind of, Charlie Chaplin going down the stairs, trying to catch a thief, and then he's going up again, and I was like, well, I just got down, and it's just going on and on. Those kind of stories, this whole film, like 3 series or
Maybe it was based on his.
yeah, I think so, but yeah,
So basically that's the moment you break the optional illusion when you break the point of view. So he breaks the camera, basically. So when the camera is looking at this point, it becomes an optional illusion, but actually it's a staircase going down. I think it's, the naked cube. But from one point you see like it spins, but actually it has some small cuts that show the image behind it. So, yeah, this one. It shows how the staircase can be viewed as a three-dimensional object. So like, you see it from one point of view, like from the right angle you only see the image of the non-existent object. But when you look around, it spins and it's actually not connected to each other. Like the spot itself. It's a triangle that spins itself, but actually in space it's just one behind one shapes. And by the waterfall, this one, they actually made it. So he made a model of it. It was a project in the university. So you can actually see the water going up and somehow going down towards.
Is that a film trick or is it actually happening?
It's an actual model. So the reality,
reality.
and reality, yeah, that Escher created, he made an object with it. And basically afterwards he explained how exactly it looks like. So you have like one on the floor, one on the top of the other one. So when you look around, so that's how the model looks like.
So where do you think you're going with this?
Like, how can I put it?
That was very too tricky.
I think you've done
No,
a lot of
because we kind
Why
of
are you
have
going with this?
Yes, sorry, no, but we have to keep
Yeah, what's your
You've got a lot of primary research. Do you know primary and secondary research?
Primary
You've got a lot of secondary research here.
Secondary.
Yeah, which is when you look at other people's work.
In a kind way, I wanted to ask her what kind of inspiration is
Yeah,
getting.
I was
out of
joking, man.
this. No, I'm just trying to tell.
Yeah.
You can try to put in some more primary research when you actually
About Barbican itself.
try to make sketch models or images or collages based on these ideas that you've shown, which are really interesting,
Mm.
but in relation to Barbican. So we can maybe pick some things in Barbican that you like and try to arrange them visually in some of those kind of illusions that you've just shown us.
So I think the staircases are very interesting.
Yeah.
And you are really going somewhere. You
Yeah.
just need to identify where and what you want to really take the work from the work of other artists,
And
which
this-
are really interesting.
This is right on, because Barbican is a sort of
Yeah.
maze on its own. You get lost there and confused and all that, so we can really play around with this idea here.
So basically, I looked at the plan itself, and it's going to transfer to the paper. The only place that is like so in the shape of Barbican, you only have like the
Can I have it for a second?
no basically I didn't need it.
Oh, sorry.
So the form of Barbican is the same, and the staircase is only a similar things in one place.
Yeah.
So the whole building is connected to the one staircase, and it's everything else is in a slightly different floor and different rooms that have.
This is the Barbican's plan.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is that the space around the staircase changes, but this one is like
It's
one
like
connected
one point that exists from the
reference,
Yeah.
yeah, kind of thing.
And that's like from the Kazan Tower and the Babylon idea. So I was thinking about creating some kind of my drawing of that, but the few platforms that exist in a slightly angled space, but those poles, when you see it from one point, it goes into like endless projection in the mirrors. Somehow, because
That
it's-
reminds me, remember last week Robin was talking about this whole
Oh yeah,
that you can really observe from the top and see what's going on.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like an infinity thing.
yeah.
It's just going down.
So I decided, because we have our architecture furniture, I decided to make something between a table and a shelf.
Mhm.
That itself,
But don't constrain yourself.
It's much more open than that.
Yeah.
yeah. So and the other thing I was thinking about, like I told about the Mabel's tree, that when you drop the water, it's going into endless loop. So I was thinking somehow to make it.
I think you might just don't jump into
Yeah.
making something straight away. Play around with the
Yeah, but it's
This
just
is
Play around with idea.
With
Don't,
idea.
don't think architectural furniture literally means you have to make a piece
So
of
if I
furniture.
don't think about it, I will go to the different dimensions.
It's fine, as long as you're on the site and you're building something, that's what matters. It
If
doesn't
you log
matter.
into Blackboard on the last year course, it's in your archive. You can go to platform 6 in course documents and have a look at our blog, this is what we did last year. And you will see that our architectural furniture was much more open than what you're thinking about. We didn't really, very few of us, and we did
And
a
it's
lot of
close to
furniture.
the drawings of this
Yeah.
actually imagination kind of side.
Those are
Rather than material.
Built a device that makes shadows.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that's it.
This one's really good. No,
Try
the
to
one before.
try to put in some of your own work. Try to experiment and
She's
just
a
be
really
open with all that.
But is all second year kind of worried about futuristic that theme that we have in Brick? Because every time
Yeah,
I
so
do my
we
project, I'm
confuse
so
them.
worried about.
Yeah.
So like you think it's related to Brick?
Actually, at first I was thinking about like the space forms,
Right.
the Spanish, but I don't really want to push it because it's more like Zaha Hadid and their performance.
Right.
Biology.
Right.
But it's not really mine. So,
Right.
but
I kind of think because this whole future thing is like in the beginning I thought like because Robin was like legal impossible whatever, and then I'm just thinking about like Star Trek, Star Wars, blah blah blah. But in the end, when he was saying like these Deuterons and some artists and that, the futuristic is like you're never gonna be bored of that design. You know, it's just that it's still really sensual in the future that you just have it like forever. For example, Deuterons is just still really futuristic. So like if you build anything, whatever architecture furniture you're gonna do, like if unless it is still kind of optically illusional, and it kind of gives you some kind of goosebumps as a
yeah.
that kind of way, then maybe you can
Maybe
relate it to.
the way it cannot exist except in this
Yeah,
space.
yeah.
Because
Because we're gonna live in three-dimensional world anyway, so yeah. I don't know.
because I was thinking about Tokyo, it's like an ideal world that
Right.
doesn't exist really. You only
Okay.
think about it, you want to like achieve it, but you
Okay.
can't never achieve the perfection itself.
We are restricted to really 15 minutes each.
Sorry.
We will not make it however.
So yeah.
Who wants to go next?
Second years.
Really?
Yeah, we're
Thank you.
actually into my
If it's the same, I think you got it different.
is it different?
No, I think it's the same.
No, it's just
Yeah.
You might have a problem with the window display.
It will change a bit, but that's alright.
Because I didn't work on my blog, so I work on my schedule. So,
It will help you if you get in the habit of working on your blog,
yeah.
because then you can update it and email Robin if you need some help.
Can you just check out if it's still recording?
Pardon me.
Can you just check if it's still recording? Yeah.
I think so.
You're gonna end up with a lot of
Yeah.
footage.
Just cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that we're gonna use in the end of the year.
Cut me out of it.
So last week, Robin suggested me to research for taxonomy and reading things. So I based on this like my journey when I went to Vatican. So some right was turned on and turned off. That was quite interesting for me. So I wrote on like 10 shot.
No way you could the same
Really? Yeah. You're good. You have good taste. Yeah. So that's what I do. So each light has like 1 second. So it's gonna be turned off. Like when I pass like a second and hold. So like sort of like
Is there a reason that the video is so shaky?
yeah. I don't know. There's no reason. My hands is yeah. So it's my time. It's based on the information. When I saw the light, some light was turned on, turned off. So each light has a 1 second. So 1 second is turned on, the other second is turned off by sort of thing. And like I got this sort of taxonomy thing, last week, Robin said. So I wanted to research for reading. So just yes. Stop. I don't know how to put it on my blog.
You don't know how to put the video in the blog?
I was struggling with this as well.
I'm
Video.
very shit.
What are you using? Blogspot?
Yeah.
It's best if you upload your videos on YouTube or
On
Vimeo
YouTube first.
and then embed it.
Yeah,
So open an account.
it's
on
easier and
YouTube,
faster.
And then you just, oh, Vivo.
Plaster.
Vimeo.
Yeah.
Where's the plaster from?
Huh?
Plaster? What is that?
The what?
Plaster. Oh, plaster. I thought you said plaster as a media. I was like, wow.
Three circles, like zoom in and zoom out, and they're just speed, like suddenly fast, then suddenly slow. Then I can show something like some sort of rhythms on video without sound. So I was just thinking how to show rhythms on video.
Sorry.
So I wanted to just test it based on the Barbican.
Fuck me, my head is big.
Yeah.
Somehow it shows like you have more floors than it should exist. When you move fast from the top to the bottom, it shows not like they have some floors. It looks like they have like 20 of them
Yeah.
because they spin so fast.
Yeah, so yeah, that's sort of right rhythms and so yeah, that's what I read last week. And I tried to put things on my blog, but I'm not sure it's working. Why didn't you
Don't know.
Sorry?
Don't know.
I didn't laugh at him. I was just laughing at
know?
his
Did you rap at me?
I'm always
Sitting
laughing
behind
all the
the
time.
It's like, yeah, it's really interesting. It's festival in Paris.
Why are you shooting
As
this?
A lot of people. See, I don't know how to put things on blogs.
You can, what's the end? What's the
are you in college tomorrow? You have
Yes.
some class intention. I'll probably be around the studio most of the day.
This
So you can
studio.
just, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can just drop in and I will explain to you how to do it.
Well,
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so this is just like read
This is
based
so
on
sick.
yeah.
Was
This
it
is,
real?
this is called
Like
3D
video.
projection mapping.
the company that did this is called Max Space or something.
oh my god.
That's not what I wanted to show. Can I?
Who's the artist?
I don't know. It's a company who did a design for with
If you're showing someone's work, always make sure that you know.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
It looks like Buddha. No?
Yeah.
So like sort of that sort of thing was
Oh, that's nice.
like reading thing.
I like the idea.
How does this relate to your film about rhythm?
Right. That's not exactly what I wanted to show. That make sure there's just did you see that? Like if you see that there's a like light turns on, turns off, like that.
Yeah.
It's like sort of shows rhythms based on what Barbican. That was my idea. It's, right. That's sort of thing, like twisted. Then like it shows things rhythms. But I'm not gonna show things rhythms like randoms. I shows the rhythm based on what I read information at Barbican. It's such a like one of the examples like a pillars, but like
One part I will mention is like this is kind of performance based on music that they
Yeah,
create,
yeah.
so it can't be, kind of told that what you exactly do.
yeah.
Because, yeah.
So this like I'm gonna show like sort of video, like that sort of like installation work,
Yeah.
but the installation work is in other way to show
Right.
Yeah, because I researched like Barbican information, and based on this information, then shows the things in another way. So,
Okay.
get it? Yeah. Yeah.
I think you're really ambitious.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you just need to start doing it.
Yeah.
Find a way. I mean, it's gonna be a while because you will need to learn a lot of software.
Yeah.
But you can just start experimenting. For the beginning, you might want to use like just Photoshop things
Yeah.
to get a start. To get some visual images of what you could get.
Yeah. I will try.
What do you think would be the next thing for you to do? I'm just, from what you're proposing on the paper and then showing the videos, I've got this kind of
This
jump
Jump.
between
Yeah.
which I can understand.
Really? So,
How would you
remember
approach, well, what would be your next step for
Next
next
step.
week? What would you be proposing?
Do you remember last week where I did?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Like, I'm doing collecting like that sort of thing. And when you went to Barbican, there's,
Yes.
you know, lots of things is repeating,
Yes.
lots of structures. Actually, when you look into it, that there is something like different,
Mhm.
but slightly different. So I found stiling is quite good. It's actually same, but when you look into it, there's sort of like different.
So you're
Yeah.
noticing some differences
Yeah,
between something that
differences.
might appear as one continuous thing.
Yeah, continuous thing, but it's different. So based on the different things, I have sort of rhythms.
Something happened.
Yes, but yeah. So next week I'm, keep researching about this sort of information, Bandcamp, and just keep researching about this sort of, yeah. Then put them together and make a video or just other just keep researching.
Can I
this
comment
sort of
last
thing.
last comment? Like, I think you definitely have to do that drawing like more. Because that's your way of mapping or kind of
Yes,
understanding Barbican. So that's not your Barbican, you know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah,
So like
that's
Adriana
what
said,
I'm
he needs to start doing his own thing,
Yeah,
showing your ideas on
yeah, on
whatever medium you choose.
I mean, that kind of research is great. Secondary research is amazing, but you really need to start making experiments. And that will be the research that will actually drive your idea. So it's a-
experiments.
You do a primary research when
Yeah.
you try to use the ideas you found by someone else and make your own version of that in relation to deciding what you think about the project.
Yeah.
It can be very simple experiments. It doesn't have to be this,
Yeah, don't
that
have to,
quality.
yeah.
But once you start doing it, you start getting new ideas through the
Yeah.
process. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Do you remember last week I
Yeah.
showed the, what was it, the Kemper
yeah.
Brothers thing. So I wanted to make my own version. That's why I did. the
Yeah?
sort of-
No, that was really good, but you need to develop it further because the relation between this and this mapping is very weak. So you need to work on that bit to
Yeah.
show how they come together.
Yeah.
And also for that sketch you had last week, I think it's a really good thing, but what you need to do is
develop to show like.
to make it
clear.
a presentable version
Yeah, yeah.
for the crit.
Like use
Illustrated,
yeah, illustrate.
illustrated, to make it look very neat and organized.
Yeah, actually I'm working on Illustrate to
Yeah.
make like very neat and something
So
like easy to
Yeah,
understand.
because that will be very important for your crit, and that's a really good resource.
Yeah.
So if you can present it, it will be great.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, that's what I do.
How many second year? How many second years are there?
One, two,
I'm not going. I'm not
Yeah,
going today.
okay. I
You're working.
did. Two?
So good, so we can do that before lunch.
Yes!
Do you want to show your work? It's good, it's easier than the pictures.
No, I think
No, it's not. Sorry.
Here.
Yeah.
alright.
who is going to take care of updating the everyone.
What do you mean?
With this film.
Can someone else do it? I can give it to you now because I'm really busy this weekend.
Yeah, no worries. You can give me the memory card and I'll do it for
Oh,
maybe.
can I transfer it? Do you have, this is your laptop, right?
Yeah.
I'll transfer it now.
Yeah.
I can help tomorrow.
I'll be around when I go there.
Anyone else wants to help? Or we find with anything? Yes, but either tomorrow.
If people are interested in learning
Yeah.
new software, I think they should turn
It's
up.
a good
because
idea.
if you're going to learn how and what programs we use here.
And what advantages they give you and how to like create something different. Yeah.
Yeah. And at the same time do some
Did
work.
they do the same?
Where is that?
Tomorrow,
Where?
here.
Here.
At?
What time?
Agatha's always here by 9 a.m. So
I see 9 a.m. then.
Not this week
Okay.
so far, but I'll have a long day tomorrow. I'll probably be here open.
Around here, how is that? That's okay.
No, anytime you can, but you know, if we want to do some sort of workshop on the software, it's good if everyone comes at the same time.
So
So,
you guys want to, who would be interested in?
The problem is that
We have different electives and
we have the electives at 10:30 till 1, and then after the lunch break we have the
they're practice till
Yeah,
3:30,
just
so we will
practice.
finish at
and last
3:30.
time he was absent, so it will probably take
Do it
longer.
next week
if
sometime.
you want to come at 5, it's still fine. Because I'll be around lunch, I'll be probably away because I'm meeting a friend. So it's either morning or later.
Oh, how about 1 maybe?
I'll be gone for lunch.
She's not here. Oh, you don't have to give us answer now. Just
You
think
can
about it
just-
during the day.
And
Yeah, I know how
so
the others, but I have work from 4. From 5, sorry.
No, after
So-
studies.
so if you can make 2 groups, that will work too.
Yeah. Because I would like to come, but I
Can,
can't.
can you come at 9 in the morning? Nobody
Yeah.
has class at 9 in the morning.
I could be there at 9 in the morning.
You know, it's up to you guys. We're actually doing you a favor, right?
And I'm thinking about looking for the communicable, the 6 words about my proposal. Is the first is communicable.
Were you sort of presenting last week? No, because I don't remember the word.
No, I haven't. This is a project in Spain, and I quite like the way it's like. It's not very in-depth the environment, but it's providing space for people to communicate, and and
It provides a shelter for people.
yeah, yes, and I just choose 2 words. Another is like this. This is a very Japanese style, the dry landscape. Because in their garden there's no water, but they like use the sands and the stones to present the water, like looks like the water. So I'm thinking to make something like not use the direct way, using another way to present the idea. And this
Have you seen the comic book manga Conan? The Detective Conan? They have this amazing drawing about this.
Write it down.
Yeah, it's a bit geeky. You might think I'm nerds. Conan? Just like Conan O'Brien, Conan. You're like, yeah, every Korean knows.
Yeah, one of my favorites.
Japanese.
this is. So, like, this is some pictures of like the bar. It's not like Barbican, but the way, the secret, the house is something quite like Barbican.
Who's the architect?
Secret.
Okay. Oh, it's a secret. That's a good one.
There is 2 videos. But it's I think it's
In where?
Gotham
City?
City.
Golden City with Batman and Joker.
Who's the artist?
it's quite like yours.
Very similar.
That's why I wanted to show that sort of thing.
You wanted to show me.
Yeah, that's
You
sort
miss
of
your
thing.
chance.
That's your goal.
It seems to be like kind of a promotion of the actual building as well,
Yeah.
like a opening ceremony, let's say.
Oh my god.
Sounds like your project last year.
This is like EDF energy for it all.
Yeah.
Or Laura.
Yeah.
By the end of the year, you'll be